all interactions are handled at the view level. Everything has to be managed at the view level. Right. So, and one more point is another important point is these type of forms are hard to test and extend. Easy extensibility will not be there, and because separation issues will be there, that's the reason testing is hard. Good for pages, good for components, so which are designed, good for the components which are designed by using inline technique. Inline technique means when all are designed in one page. When all are designed at one page, one file, already we learned inline technique and code behind technique. If all are designed at one inline technique, then these are good for such components. That means which doesn't require regular extensions. So you can use template driven forms when you are looking for, so, or you can say when you are designing an interface that doesn't require regular extensions that doesn't require regular extensions. So you can use template driven forms when you are designing an interface that doesn't require regular extensions. So that means you designed and its functionality is being handled in the same way regularly. We don't need changes, extensions regularly. Then this is good. It will work how you designed. Every time it will be the same. In that case, these type of forms are good. So the form elements, the directives that are used to configure form and form elements in a template driven approach are, we have two important directives. One is ng form, another one is ng model. These are the two important directives, ng form and ng model. So ng form actually, ng form technically it provides set of properties and methods that are used to, it provides a set of properties and methods that are used to control form element. It provides set of properties and methods that are used to control the form element, such as submitting the form, validating the form, accessing the values of form. All such things can be managed by using ng form. So a form related all interactions are managed by this ng form. And ng model ng model, it provides set of properties and methods that are used to control elements in form, that is like text box, you can say like input, text area, select, etc. Because all the form elements are designed by using them. So controls are configured with ng model, form is configured with ng form, and this is defined in forms module, so of Angular forms. That means these directives are available with forms module of Angular @Angular/forms library, forms module of Angular forms library. So already we have this library because we imported this library in two-way binding. That's the reason this is already available with us. Now, how do we configure them? Syntactically. So how we do that? So we are designing a form. Now this form is a static. So it is not dynamic yet. We just designed a form. So that is static, not dynamic. And inside this, there is a text box. And this is also static, not yet dynamic. Now to make it dynamic so that Angular can take control, so we need to configure form with the ng form and this with the ng model. Now ng form will make this form dynamic. Now how you can access this dynamic form and use this form related attributes and methods in our interactions. For that, this ng form requires a reference name which is configured by using hash and form name is equal to, so that is configured like this, ng form. That means this ng form gives a dynamic behavior and it loads all the dynamic properties and methods for form, which we can access with the reference of form name. Form related all attributes and methods are accessible by using form name. What attributes and methods it will have, I will tell you. Some important will be there. So similarly, this is designated as ng model. That means now this control is dynamic. At the same time, this control related properties and methods need to be dynamically accessed. Then it should also have an ID. Txt name is equal to ng model. Even you define this, ng model is mandatory to be configured, because here ng model cannot be assigned to any ID without importing this ng model. So first you have to make this text box dynamic. For that we need to use ng model. So it become dynamic. after becoming dynamic,